guys, my name is Gladys and I just want to jump in here real quick and I feel the need today to talk about hair. As you can see, this really look like like I've put extensions on my hair, but really and truly this is my natural hair. I wear dreadlocks and I've been having them for about 7 years now. And how it all started was, it was just a struggle with keeping my natural hair and maintaining it, because you know how like it would, you know how it freezes up and it gets hard to manage. So I needed a permanent solution to my hair. And upon research, I really wanted the sister locks, but sister locks did not work so well for me. So because I wanted a permanent solution to me fixing my own hair and not having somebody do my hair for me. So that resulted in me wanting to do my own hair. And when I searched on YouTube for things that I could do, you know, for my own natural hair, that was among the most advice or, you know, solution I was getting towards how I can do my hair by myself. So there is where my journey started with doing my own hair, and I decided to get my locks done. I started when my hair was about, I would say, 2 inches long, and of course when they twisted it, it came down to about maybe an inch. And they just, I will try and find pictures and insert them in this video so you all can see what I'm talking about. So it was really very small. And I remember somewhere down the line, I was contemplating just, you know, taking them off and just continuing with the usual, you know, braiding or putting weaves, or I wasn't putting weaves as such, just braiding them up or wearing my own natural hair. And I remember I got an encouragement from a friend of mine whom I used to really admire her hair, Minnie. So I kept telling Minnie, man, I don't think I can do this. And at the time her hair was really long. She was already having, like, her locks were, you know, falling almost this length actually. Come to think of it, her hair was pretty long. So she said, no, you have hair envy. You are just envying people's hair. Overcome the envy. And once I thought to do that, and I didn't focus so much on how my hair was looking, because, you know, when initially you put locks, they just tend to, like, you know, stand and don't have a direction. It's just, oh my goodness, you lay it down in the morning, wind blows it and it stands on its own, or it's, you know, facing all over the place. It was crazy, but it took a lot of patience. So the number one thing with managing your natural hair is patience. That's number one. Number two, understand your type of hair. When you understand your type of hair, you will know when to wash your hair, when to go get a retwist, what type of oil to use for it, because you cannot do, you know, you cannot do the same thing for every type of hair. So once you understand your type of hair, you'll know how often to wash it. And some hair you have to wash and lock, because once you do the wash, it kind of unravels, so you have to lock it again. So you cannot wash if you're not ready to lock. And then if you put oil in it, some oils tend to make the hair have the debris. You know, you tend to see, if you don't go under a dryer or have heat application to melt the oil or the wax, if you're doing locks, then it means it's gonna look like it has debris in it. So know the type of oil to use. And when I say oil, I also mean the waxing cream, or if it's the wax or the cream, whatever you're doing on your hair. So understand what type of product you're putting on your hair. That way you can avoid the washing often, because if you look at it and it has debris, you want to wash it. So understand when you're going to what type of hair product you're putting, so that to avoid, the washing. And then what type of hair you have. Number 3, when it comes to locks, is knowing that whatever works for somebody else might not work for you. That is plain and simple. When you see videos out here talking about do this, do that, it might work for them, but it might not work for your hair. So that's another thing I came to learn. Whatever works for somebody else might not work for me. It doesn't matter what type of hair you have. It doesn't matter what type of hair you have, because the more you style your hair, the more you are making your hair weak. When you put all those styles, they look so good, but over time, you're making your hair weaker and weaker. Now, if you see the consistency of my hair, it's pretty much consistent. It's not uniform because somebody did it. So, of course, they were not consistent in how they parted the hair up. So some are thin and some are thicker, but the consistency is the same as far as not having the weak hair in between. Simply because I do not put too many styles on my hair. If you style your hair too much, if you go to get a good style, don't do it often. Don't do style after style after style, because you're weakening your hair. And then the other thing to avoid is too many hands. Number 4, too many people doing your hair. When you have too many people doing your hair, they have different styles and different strengths they're putting on the hair. So you could go to Gladys, for example, and Gladys does it like that. The next day you go to Gladys's and she does it harder. The next time you go to Miss GK and she even does it, is doing it too tough. So because of the different way people handle hair, you find over time when the hair grows, when Gladys did it, it was until here, and then the next person made it tighter and harder, and then it starts thinning out after some time. So what I would advise is make it consistent when it comes to doing your hair. If you're going to a particular person, keep going to them so that you are consistently having the same type of tension. That's the right word. The same type of tension being applied to your hair. Now, my hair is pretty much very consistent simply because I have been doing my own hair for the past almost 7.5 years. I think I've just gotten somebody do it twice when I initially installed it. So it was the initial installment, the retwist. After the retwist, I looked at how the lady was doing the hair and I'm like, I think I can do this. I believed in myself and I knew, you know what, this couldn't be that hard. I will try and do it. So, and I've been doing it. So, number 4, the hair tension. Keep it as much as possible to the same person you go to. And if you have to change to somebody else, then make it consistent. And don't be afraid to have them know that, no, don't do it this way, do it this way. It's your own hair. You have the right to tell somebody, I don't want you to do this or that. The number 5 thing I would say is, once you do decide you want to have a natural hair journey, embrace it and let it grow. Don't be quick to now go back again and braid it up and you're trying to cover it up. Enjoy the journey, because it's a whole journey. It's a whole natural journey where you're trying to experience your hair in different ways. Walk the hair journey. Walk it and like it, love it. And once you love it, somebody else will love it. I mean, you've seen people going bald and putting their head up and walking, and nobody looks at them like, oof, why did you cut your hair? Because once you do love you and your hair the way it looks, everybody's gonna love it. It doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't matter if you have a receding hairline. It doesn't matter if you have edges, the edges falling. It does not matter. Once you do love your hair and how it looks, we will love it too. But the loving of one's hair starts with oneself. If I don't love how my hair looks, then why am I making people love it? And they don't have to compliment me. That's the other thing. Don't expect compliments when it comes to your hair. It is your hair. Compliment yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, woo, I'm loving the journey. I'm loving how I look and how my hair looks. Because you're not defined by how your hair looks. That is not a definition, because people are suffering from different problems when it comes to alopecia, or they have to cut their hair because of medication. Maybe they have cancer, maybe they have different struggles with their hair. So embrace whatever hair you have and love it. And kwa imani yangu matendo na maneno ihubiri neno la Mungu siku zote, nipeleke neno la Mungu pande zote, mataifa wanagoje neno hilo. So basically the song is talking about spreading the gospel of God to all nations by one's faith, words, and actions. So thank you guys so much for watching. Here are just a few styles that I've done, and I'm just like I said, I do my own hair, and I have learned to just experiment different styles. When I go swimming, I don't even tie my hair. I just make sure that I'm going to make it that evening or when I get back home. And it's been quite a journey. Honestly, it's been quite an experiment. It's been an experiment on the go. And I would really, really highly recommend anybody who's trying to find a hairstyle that they want to do themselves, they can embrace the lock journey. This is the finger roll method. I have a finger roll method. It's not the interlock method, and it's quite easy. Sometimes I do my hair without even a mirror, and it's really been quite the experience, I can say. And I have walked this journey, embracing it, and just experimenting different styles, experimenting different oils and different ways to wash it, the baking soda with vinegar and all that shebang. I've tried it all. So yeah, that's it from me. Be blessed, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching, and hope you've enjoyed it. Comment, and let's keep growing this channel. I'll try and be posting more often. It's not easy, but I'm going to try and be more consistent. Alrighty, thank you. Subscribe please, and let's keep growing the channel. Alright, bye.